Thanks very much.
Now, what do the Big Issue and Jamie Oliver's 15 restaurant have in common? Well, they're both examples of social enterprises, companies run for the benefit of the community rather than the profit of their owners. And they're proving increasingly popular. Research out today shows that social enterprises are growing more quickly than other types of small business. So Steph has gone to Alston in Cumbria this morning, finding out what it takes to make a social business a success. Morning, Steph.
Good morning, Bill. Morning, everybody. Yes, I'm in Alston in Cumbria, which has been dubbed a social enterprise town because there's lots of businesses here which are called social enterprises. So businesses that are putting their profits back into the business to try and help the community, looking at environmental issues or anything to do with helping those that are disadvantaged or other social problems. There are 19 of them in this area, everything from a post office, a gym, there's a cyber cafe, there's all kinds of different businesses. And we've got one of the ladies who works with one of those social enterprises. Morning to you, Sue. Tell us a bit about what you do.
I work for a social enterprise called Cybermore, and we were set up in 2001 as a kind of a government digital inclusion project. And then in 2002, we made the decision to form our own community-owned broadband network. So 2002, we installed our own Wi-Fi network throughout the parish. And then the past year or so, we've actually been installing our own fibre optic network.
And how's it been to run it as a social enterprise?
Yeah, no, it's good. I think the community's with you, the community's behind you. Wherever possible, we use local labour. So we tap into all of the local knowledge. So it's much cheaper, basically, to run services.
There are quite a lot of businesses like that in their area. What difference do you think it's made to the area?
I just think it's made us a bit more resilient, hopefully, for the future. You know, some public sector cuts, services are being cut all the time, and you know, we probably none of us like it, but it's just how it is. And I just think it's perhaps the way that communities like Alston have to go, really.
Okay, so well, thank you very much for your time this morning. It's not just here where they're doing this; it's much across the wider UK as well. And we've got Peter Holbrook here, who's from Social Enterprise UK. Good morning to you.
Good morning.
You've got research out on this, haven't you? There's something like 70,000 social enterprises across the country.
The People's Business, which we launched today, suggests that there's an explosion of social enterprises happening around the country. It's currently 70,000 around the UK, employing over 1 million people, worth £18.5 billion to the UK economy. And you know what's exciting is they're really, really growing well despite the recession and despite the kind of difficult economic times.
Can they work anywhere, though? Because obviously you can understand like a small town like this where everyone kind of clubs together to do it, but could it work in other places?
Well, here in Alston, you've got a great kind of blueprint for how communities can preserve their post offices, their pubs, their leisure centres, their libraries, their swimming pools. But social enterprises operate throughout the UK economy, so chocolate companies, bottled water, bus companies, you name it, they're everywhere throughout the economy.
And are they easy to set up?
Well, any business creates challenges when you start up a business, and social enterprises are businesses, but their social mission, their environmental mission means that you can, get all sorts of goodwill from staff, from volunteers, from investors. The whole world's recognising that we need a new type of business. I think in the wake of things like, companies not paying tax, people are looking for a new way to do business that meets the needs of society. And we're seeing this kind of start-up explosion across Britain and right around the world. It's very exciting.
Well, Peter, thanks also for your time this morning. That's it for me here for now in Alston in Cumbria. Back to you both.
All right, Steph, thanks very much indeed. It did look like Steph was standing in the middle of the road.
But she wasn't.
Just a very sort of...
We have very firm instructions on that.
Yeah, it was an optical illusion, that pavement.
Yeah. In the next hour, arise, Sir Andy. The Prime Minister says Andy Murray deserves a knighthood after he made Wimbledon history over the weekend. Andy himself, though, isn't so sure. We'll discuss whether he should be given an official honour for his victory. We already